Hey there. So today I'm going to be talking about some paranormal, supernatural type experiences that I've had with one story from my dad, so it's a bonus. And I know I've said before that I don't really believe in ghosts per se, but I do believe that there are things that we don't understand, things that can't be explained. So without further ado, let's jump right into the stories and see what you make of them. So, this happened while I was at college, and I never really had a paranormal experience before. I really hadn't ever thought of anything happening to me like that. And so I was sitting in my dorm, in my room, at my desk, like a lot of college kids do, like normal college kids. I was doing homework, and all of a sudden, and this happened very quickly, this feeling of just being watched comes over me, and I just feel something rush up behind me, come right here, and then it was gone. And this happened within like a split second. It was probably less than a second, and it was frightening. And I turned around, and my door was shut. So that was really terrifying because I was freaked out. I was like, how in the world? Nobody was in my room. What was that? And it just felt like this dark presence come up behind me and just stop here and then vanish all of a sudden. It just was there and then it wasn't. So I don't know what came over me. I don't know if it was supernatural. I don't know what it was, but it was still pretty scary. The next experience is pretty interesting because it takes place in one of the most haunted places in America, Williamsburg, Virginia. Now, I went on vacation there, and on vacation they had a ghost tour that you could take part of. The ghost tour basically took you around Williamsburg and showed you all this stuff and told you a lot of different stories, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it was really interesting to learn all the history and all that kind of stuff, but it gets really creepy. So the guy had like an EVP recorder thing and all that stuff, and an Ovilus, and it was pretty cool because, we thought, oh, maybe we'll catch something. And at first, we didn't. We went through the tour, and we didn't hear anything, It was just pretty dead. Pretty dead, because all the people are dead. I'm sorry. So what happened next was pretty intriguing. We were in front of one of the houses whenever this was captured. Now, we don't have the recording anymore because my sister, when she got a new phone, it just erased everything and she couldn't keep it on her phone. And so that recording is gone, and I'm really sorry that I can't put it in, but it was creepy and I'm going to tell you about it anyways. And so basically, when we were on our way home from vacation the next day after this ghost tour, my sister brings out her phone, and it was like a 15-minute long recording, and she takes it and starts listening to it in the car. All of a sudden, she was just like, holy crap. And I'm just kind of like, what? So when we stopped, she got out of the car, came to my window, and was like, you need to hear this. So, I put the headphones in and I'm like, what am I going to hear? What is this? And the moment I heard it, I knew, and I got chills just down my spine. It was insane. We heard this voice very softly under all of us talking just say, Emily, in just a whisper, and it was creepy as holy, oh my gosh, it was creepy. It was terrifying. And it was just ridiculous. We just couldn't believe what we'd heard. Now, my sister's friend's name is Emmy, and we call her Emmy, but her name is actually Emily. So we don't know if the voice was talking about her or if it was talking about somebody else named Emily that was once at Williamsburg, Virginia. Who knows? It was really fascinating, and I really wish I could show the recording, but unfortunately, technology. When we showed this recording to Emmy, we watched her face. It was literally like, and then all of a sudden, just wide-eyed, and her mouth just dropped. It was just weird. Like, you knew when it happened. It was just extraordinary. And we didn't catch any more other EVPs. My sister said she thought we might have caught another one, but it was just like whispers and we couldn't make out what it was. But anyways, that story was pretty interesting. And the final story is from my dad. He told me this story a while ago, and I asked him to retell it for me a few times because the way he tells it just gives me chills. And it's not that exciting, like he didn't come face to face with the ghost or anything, but what happened was pretty interesting. So my dad one day was sitting on his couch when he lived in Toledo. Now, Toledo is said to be one of the most haunted cities in Ohio, and who knows, I haven't ever investigated there, so I don't know, but it's claimed to be one of the most haunted places in Ohio. So my dad's sitting there on his couch, and he would always hear like these noises, like scratching on the walls, stuff like that, and it would bother him. And he was like, I don't understand what this is, and nobody would believe him when he told them what it was, that he was hearing these noises, and nobody ever heard them but him. It really freaked him out, needless to say. So there he is on the couch one day, and the noises were just really loud, and he was getting really irritated. So he gets so angry that he yells, "Knock it off," and bangs his foot on the floor 3 times. Whatever it was banged right back, and oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. Literally, I remember him telling me he was so freaked out because it banged right back after he banged. 3 exact bangs, and creepy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so those are my stories. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I mean, like I said, have never really believed in anything that paranormal or supernatural, but this stuff, pretty chilling. And who knows? Maybe I will come face to face with a ghost one day. Maybe. Anyways, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video, little ghosties. Bye!